Welcome back to the Laguna Real Estate Noosa Festival of Surfing. We're here with you again with a conversation from the Neff House. This time we have a girl who's pretty much become the poster girl for the Noosa Festival of Surfing, Liliana Bowery. She's a Noosa local and is always happy to put her hand up for interviews, for photos, and for working on TV as well. She's been getting pretty famous around these parts. Liliana, you've just come in from winning your heat in the Bondi Bandits Girls Under 15. How was it out there for you?
Yeah, so it was pretty challenging, but I'm always up for a good challenge. There wasn't much wall, so there wasn't much to do, but it was all on us, and it was just all for fun. So made the most of it. Surfing first point with 5 other girls. You don't get that every day, so it was really fun. Yeah.
Now, I know I've noticed you hanging out around the place with a lot of your friends. Some of them are local, like Luca Grove, for example, and Coco Cairns, but also a lot of the girls from overseas. Is it good to see everybody back here again?
Yeah, so I went to visit my Hawaiian friends that we originally met here, and our friendships have just grown in the last 2 years from just doing the Noosa Festival. And if it wasn't for this, then I wouldn't have gone to Hawaii. I wouldn't have such amazing friends like surfers. Super grateful for this, and it's just all about fun here, and even funner when you get to hang out with people from all around the world.
Now, we know you here at the festival as a longboarder, and you're incredibly good on it, as you showed in that last heat. And your dad works for a longboard company as well. He's the glasser at Thomas Surfboards. But it's not just longboarding for you, is it?
No, so I am a shortboarder. I'm currently Queensland champion and top 5 in Australia at the moment. Definitely shortboarding comes first to me. As my dad, he's a really good shortboarder, and he just encourages me to shortboard. But especially, it's hard when you live in one of the most amazing longboarding breaks in the world. But I get out there on the longboard often, but definitely shortboarding is my main priority.
And obviously, when you jump on a longboard, you're pretty much halving the size of your board. Doubling the size of your board on a longboard. Do you find a lot of it can be quite challenging going from one to the other?
At first, I had this wide longboarding stance on my shortboarding stance on my longboard, and everyone was like, "What?" And I guess it definitely helps if I didn't shortboard and I just longboarded, like you wouldn't have that technique to turn. If I didn't shortboard, if I did shortboard and I didn't longboard, you wouldn't have that style, graceful, but yeah.
It's tough. It's tough switching from one to the other. Well, you manage it perfectly. Now, your surfing is really coming up, but your surfing career, if we can say that for such a young girl, is also going incredibly well, and you're getting some great sponsorship and being taken off all over the world. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so I'm currently with Billabong Australia. I'm traveling with them, doing shoots with them. But yeah, I'm definitely living a dream. It was always my dream to travel, be sponsored, just living the beach life, in bikinis every day. But yeah, they do so much for me, and they always encourage me. They always cheer me on at competitions. But yeah, definitely, I wouldn't take them as, they're my sponsor. They're definitely family.
Oh, that's so good to hear. Even in the very big leagues of commercial surfing, the yellow spirit is still there. And you and Dad just got back from a trip overseas, didn't you? I can't remember if it was to Java or somewhere exotic like that. What was that?
We currently went to North Sumatra last month. It was amazing. We went with a local photographer, Ben Osborne. He got amazing drone shots, and the water was crystal clear, and just the atmosphere everywhere was just amazing. But the highlight was definitely we went to a poor school pretty much, and the government doesn't support them, and they have to walk at least 3 kilometers to school every day, or more than that. So we hooked up with a Indonesian brand named Smile, though it's give one for one. So we gave them a couple of shirts, a couple of toothbrush, some coloring, and it made my day. Their smiles, they just, yeah, I loved it.
Oh, that's so gorgeous. Now, for those watching out in Webland on the Swellnet webcast, I know it's not really a question you're supposed to ask a lady, but can we ask how old you are now?
I am 12 at the moment, and I'm actually turning 13 next week.
Well, happy birthday for next week. 12 years old, almost 13, and she's already building a very, very strong career and a reputation as one of the finest surfers in Australia. So, Lily Bowery, thank you very much for joining us, and best of luck in the future heats. And we look forward to seeing you in the finals. Go, Lil.